Next, seriously.
Trying to connect. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Rose Mosley Show. As you guys know, this is a show about real estate, networking, and community development. You know, I'm doing this out of the kindness of my heart because I get so many calls and so much insight and questions. So I realized that there's a need beyond what I could really serve one-on-one. So this show right now is really just about, you know, bringing everybody together, having an interactive communication about real estate and different things that people may be facing out there in the market. The show is New Jersey centric, but you know, we're talking about things that everyone is experiencing across the United States. So I wanted to just thank everyone for tuning in tonight. Thank you for tuning in last week. I must announce that we have gone viral. As of today, we are at 1,100 views. So I thought that that was pretty important. Excuse me, fix my chair. Anyway, so just to kick it off, I like to start off talking about community development in the marketplace and in New Jersey. And right now, you know, in regards to community development, the hottest topic right now for me and for most Newarkers is the city of Newark. Let me explain. Today is a historical day for the city of Newark. Over the last 22 years, they have been pushing for local control of the education system and of the school board. And what that means is the state had been controlling the budget and controlling a lot of everything in regards to the education in the city of Newark. And as you know, why is this relevant to the show? First of all, it's about the community. It's a historical, groundbreaking initiative that was led by, you know, first of all, Senator Rice. Let me give kudos to Senator Rice Sr. and his relentless efforts to accomplish this great triumph for the city of Newark. He was also accompanied in the last couple of years by the Honorable Raj J. Baraka Mayor, who's currently Mayor of the City of Newark. And together they were able to pull off this triumphant day for Newarkers with local control. As you also know, in the city of Camden, I believe it's still under state control, and they're also moving for local control as well. And this is a big thing. And the underlying theme about all of this is what? Real estate, right? Because no one wants to live anywhere that the schools aren't funding properly, performing properly, and providing a quality education. One of the most impressive facts that I heard the Mayor Raz J. Baraka announced today was that Rutgers University Newark has absorbed 60% of the senior population of graduates out of the high schools in the city of Newark. And I thought that was really, really impressive. So kudos to that initiative, everyone. I really wanted to just make sure that that was highlighted. Thanks again to Senator Ron Rice for accomplishing this great triumph through his politics and through his policies and through his activism. He's a great man in this local community, so I just wanted to give him kudos for that. You know, one of the other things that that was notable as well for today during a press conference was that Mayor Raz Baraka also mentioned and actually called for the state of New Jersey to relinquish all state control to the local municipalities. So not only within the triumph of Newark, he also called that all other cities have this great experience of being able to control the schools locally. You know, now there's Democrats and politics and things behind that, but let's just start with where we are now. Today is just a great day. Let's just bask in this great accomplishment for the city of Newark. You know, it's been an initiative for 22 years, so I think it's a great thing. Additionally, like I said, hopefully this has a great impact on the school districts and the insight of outsiders and locals to want to increase home ownership or want to, you know, live here and have their children have a quality education while living here and taking advantage of some of the opportunities that this market has to bear. In another light, I want to highlight the Newark Bronze Shields. They are a great nonprofit organization. They were established, I believe, by Frank Bostic back in 1957, and it's an African American or minority-based nonprofit organization established just for the police department, which is pretty awesome. Now, these guys do a bunch of things. I support them, and I, support their fundraisers and such. And they do a bunch of things in the community, back to school drives. They also have Christmas toy drives. They have a huge scholarship fund, and I believe in more recent times, and reading in their newsletter that they produce, that they were able to give scholarships to children of the city of Newark and up to $80,000, which is a huge thing for a nonprofit to be able to do. So I wanted to commend them for that. In lieu and due to Hurricane Irma, I wanted to highlight that the Newark Bronze Shields is accepting donations. They're collection donations for the Caribbean police officers that were affected by the Hurricane Irma. They're actually going to be traveling to Barbados to deliver equipment, funding, and different supportive services that they don't have now due to the Hurricane Irma. So all donations can be dropped off and arranged through contacting Detective Renee Shiggs. Her contact number is 973-651-7314. So please reach out to her so that she could, so that you guys could have her contact information. I provided the contact information so you guys can reach out to her and arrange donation drop-offs and things like that. So let's support that initiative in lieu of the Hurricane Irma that just hit the Caribbean. Now, moving along to Camden, I just wanted to do a brief reminder that don't forget on September 16th, PBCIP, Parkside Business and Community in Partnership, is having their 23rd annual Haddon Avenue Street Festival. So please make sure that on September 16th at noon that you go to Haddon Avenue, right there, Haddon and Kane Avenue, I believe. They're going to have a stage set up, face painting, different things like that. So it's going to be pretty awesome, guys. So please support that. And then finally, as I mentioned last week, I wanted to just go over, Angela McKnight in regards to Jersey City. I wanted to go over Angela McKnight. Please make sure that you sign up for her fundraiser. She is the first African-American Assemblywoman to hold the seat that she's in, so we have to support her. She's doing phenomenal things. She got a school named after President Obama in Jersey City, which is a great accomplishment. She's actually hosts she has a nonprofit which is called Angela Cares, which is all about senior care advocacy, which is really a huge population when you think about what's going on in our communities. The seniors tend to be forgotten at times, and or don't have proper resources. And she does diaper drives. She does so many different things, and she's so awesome with it. So please support her. Her fundraiser is Monday, September 25th at 6 p.m. So for tickets, go to eventbrite.com for that. And then one final thing, I'm going to be a guest on a show. I want you guys to know that I'm going to be a guest on the Angelo McClutchin show, which is about credit repair, on September 25th. Also, I believe it's at 8 p.m. I have to get back to you guys with the time, but I'll post that on my Facebook page. But please watch the show. It's about credit repair. He is a phenomenal man. He has done credit repair for over 15 years, and he does co-hosting workshops with me, and he offers that credit repair workshop piece, and it's so awesome. I mean, he has stories for days on lawsuits and people getting millions and millions of dollars in lawsuit awards because people have erroneously recorded things. So please, if anything you need to know about credit repair, please reach out to Angelo McClutchin. He's a friend of mine on Facebook. Please follow him, and his tagline is make credit great again. So please follow him as well. And that's it for community development announcements. As you guys know, I do workshops. I had a workshop last night at the JFK Center in the city of Newark, and it was so awesome. It's such an intimate crowd, and it's about talking to investors real life, offering them the supportive information that they need. Now, as you know, the city of Newark and Camden and Jersey City and Trenton and a lot of the urban environments are experiencing a huge economic boom right now in regards to investment properties and property ownership. And I wanted to highlight just really quickly that there will be a City of Newark auction. For those of you trying to get in and really want to get into the marketplace in respects to getting property for cheap and finding out how you can get city-owned property, I want to just highlight right now really quickly that on Thursday, September 28th, there's going to be a City of Newark auction. They're giving away And I say giveaway because these properties are really, really cheap, okay? The only difference with this and a city auction, if you've never been, I would strongly suggest that you go, even before you spend any money. Traditionally, what happens in an auction, you have to go, they have the list, so you can go around to the properties. And again, let me just be clear, it's a public real estate auction on Thursday, September 28, 2017. It's going to be held at the Newark Symphony Hall at Terrence Ballroom, that's located at 1020 Broad Street, Newark, New Jersey. The doors open at 10 a.m. There's a 2-pager here, and I have to tell you guys, there's tons of vacant lots. You guys get a lot right now, you don't have a lot of overhead, you just pay your taxes, and you can always build on it later or sell it to someone else. It's a great way to get some ownership in the community, ownership in a hot market, and then really leverage yourself for some equity in the future. Because again, this show is about fortune building, it's about wealth building, generational wealth. And it's about making the necessary steps and taking the necessary, making the necessary decisions that are gonna lead to having a future legacy in ownership of real estate. And that's really the crux of a lot of ownership and a lot of dynasties that exist in New Jersey, in other cities, and other countries. You know, it's all about home ownership and land ownership. So what I wanted to do was kind of just give a little 20-second on what it is about an auction. So in order for you to appropriately bid at an auction, you highlight properties that you want to possibly purchase. The city does have an open call where you can view, open house where you can view these properties. For the lots, you can just go there, okay? For anybody interested in wanting to see what's going on with these properties, you can contact me offline. I'll make sure you get a copy of it. You could also contact the city of Newark to get a copy of the auction property list. And it's really exciting, guys. These auctions are so exciting. You have to go there with 20% of the purchase price. And what is that? Okay, so you want to buy a property. Let's say a piece of property on here on Irvine Turner Boulevard is, right now it's in the South Ward. They're only asking $7,620. That is an amazing price. You can go with the whole amount, right? You can show it with the whole amount. But traditionally, they're asking $7,620. So what you have to do is, let's say it's going to get bid up a little bit. Let's say it goes up to $12,000. That's your maximum price. So what you do, you set your max price, and then you come with 20% down of your maximum price. So if you want to get in it for $10,000 down, you can still put the 20% and you'll still be good. That's how auctions work. So everyone, if you've never been, it's super exciting. You're going to love it, and just go in there and absorb as much as you can. That's number one. If you've never been, absorb as much as you can. If you're ready to go bid, contact me offline so you can get a copy of it and you can really have the list so you can be prepared for next Thursday, okay? I'm going to remind everybody on Wednesday because we have another show next week. So if you're tuning in on a weekly basis, then you'll get that reminder as well. So it's exciting, guys. So let's get started with some home ownership in the community. All right, so moving along. What I wanted to do, I wanted to make sure that everybody understands about renting to own. I have to tell you guys, I get about a dozen calls about rent to own on a weekly basis. It is a hot topic, and I wanted to start off with something very simple: why people opt to rent to own. Now, a number one reason, as you guys know, I mentioned on my last show that